Champions come in all shapes and sizes. Ted moved to Wenatchee as a full-time resident in August of 2012. He's an avid cyclist, but Ted also enjoys skiing in the off-season. Mission Ridge is where you will find him most weekends during the ski season, sharing his passion for slopes as an instructor. It will be this setting that his speech today takes place. Here to present champions come in all shapes and sizes, help me welcome Ted Butler.
Champions come in all shapes and sizes. That was amazing. Champions come in all shapes and sizes. This Super Bowl Sunday, this last year's Super Bowl, was an exceptional day. But it started off as most Sundays do for me by teaching skiing up at our local mountain, Mission Ridge. And February's happened to be my favorite month up on the mountain, not only because of the fabulous snow that we typically have, but also because that's when we have consecutive week lessons. And what makes consecutive week lessons so special for us instructors is we get to teach the same group of students, ages 5 to 15, for 5 consecutive weeks. That gives us a great opportunity to get to know one another. I get to share with them quite a bit about our fabulous mountain, and they in return get to share with me a bit about their fabulous journeys. And so it was that Sunday morning I found myself riding up the chairlift with my student we'll call Brandon. Now, for many of our students, riding the chairlift was like taking a ride at Disneyland. Some of them loved it, some of them not so much. And so we entered into very serious conversations about very important topics such as, what's your favorite type of pizza? Or your favorite flavor of ice cream? Do you have any siblings at home? Or the name of your pets? What's your teacher's name? What chapter book are you reading? You might get the idea. Just about anything to keep their little minds occupied so they don't think too much about the fact that they're hanging from a thin metal cable about 100 feet in the air. Brandon had shared with me that he didn't ski last year, that this was his first time back after taking a bit of a break. And it was a typical ride up the chairlift, except that today was Super Bowl Sunday, and we had fans, skiers, all over the mountain wearing all sorts of Seahawks gear. We had skiers in Seahawks helmets. We had skiers wearing Seahawks jerseys. We had skiers with Seahawks scarves, even skiers carrying 12th man flags. And our students were no exception. I noticed what appeared to be a Seahawks jersey underneath Brandon's jacket, the blue and gray, barely visible below his tiny white chin. Is that a Hawks jersey you have on? I asked Brandon. He looked up at me, his little eyes sparkling even through the big ski goggles and his little tiny glasses. Yep, was his quick reply. Cool, I said. Who's your favorite player? Russell Wilson. He gave me this jersey. That's pretty neat, I said. Now, I'll be the first one to admit, I tend to be a glass half full type of fellow. I tend to look over the negatives and focus on the positives. And maybe that's why I didn't catch or didn't really see what was coming next. So, when did you meet Russell Wilson, I asked, thinking that maybe it was at an auction or a dinner, someplace that I might meet somebody like Russell Wilson. At the hospital, he said. Oh, Brandon, he said. He said, at the hospital, as my mind raced, going from a glass half full now to a glass half empty, I was sick, was his quiet reply. Oh, Brandon, I said. What were you in for? I stammered, sounding like I was talking to an inmate rather than an 8-year-old child. Leukemia, he said, but I'm better now. Better now. Leukemia can be a devastating disease, even for the strongest. But for the body of an 8-year-old child, I could scarcely imagine. Russell Wilson came to visit me, Brandon continued, and we talked. And he gave me his jersey. It's my lucky jersey. Now my eyes began to sparkle, but for a completely different reason. I got to share with Brandon a bit about my own father, Chuck Butler's battle and victory over leukemia, and share with him the incredible rich life that my dad had in remission. I guess this makes you a bit of a champion now too, doesn't it, Brandon? I guess, was his reply. Well, by now we'd reached the top of the mountain. We got off the chairlift and skied over to our group of students. But out of the corner of my eye, I could see that at least for one of those in my charge, they were standing just a little bit taller there in their lucky jersey. Later that afternoon, we witnessed a truly remarkable football game. And we saw our leader display the type of character that cannot be taught, the type of character forged not only on the field, but off the field as well. Champions do come in all shapes and sizes, and they do have names. They have names like Russell and Chuck and Brandon.